G'day guys, and welcome back to old school Runescape. Getting pretty close to finishing a lot of these easy free quests. The only thing we've got left I think is the Ernest the Chicken one. Doric's quest, yeah, I suppose you don't need the mining, but it's nice to be self-sufficient, so we'll do Ernest the Chicken, and then I suppose we'll start moving on to the beginner members quests. So we have to make our way to Draenor Manor and leave Juliet's house well behind, which I'm quite happy to do. Alright, let's go. Alright. We are coming up on the mansion now. You start it with Veronica? You do start it with Veronica. Veronica, what's up? No, I'm looking for something to kill. That's a little bit ominous. We'll go with the first one. Classic. Let's go up to the manor. These trees attack you too. Yep, yellow trees. They mean bad things. These, I'm gonna get wonked. Yup. Thank you. Alright, where is he? He's not that guy in black armor, is he? Oh, there's a... That's a decently high-level skeleton. It doesn't seem to be anywhere on the ground floor. That's a ghost. That a ghost? That's a ghost. Are these guys all ghosts? Ghost, ghost, ghost. Let's hope he didn't turn into a ghost. Alright, next level. Chicken? Because that's the first guy we've been able to talk to. Someone's locked you out of your room, haven't they? I feel like you're supposed to be in here. Looking for a guy called Ernest. That's why it's Ernest the Chicken. Poulet morph machine. Poulet morph. I get it. Poulet morph. I suppose. Oh yeah, this quest comes back quite strongly actually from memory. Pressure gauge, rubber tube, and oil can. Yep. Brings back quite strong memories. Poulet morph. Alright. Pretty sure... Oh, what was that on the ground up there? Tinderbox. Alright. I'm pretty sure... I have a feeling everything on the ground is going to be important. I'm just going to pick up that fish food. vaguely remember something about the fountain being unrelated to that. Nothing else seems to be on this floor. There's the rubber tubing. We'll make a quick dash in and out. Oh. Okay. There is some poison. We know where the rubber tube is. We've also got some poison and some fish food. There is a ladder down on the ground over here and a staircase over there, right? I feel like the staircase is not the way to go. I think that's how you do Vampire Slayer. Yep, this is definitely where you slay vampires. Cool. Okay. What have we got here? Bronze medium helm, a bucket, and a spade. And shears. Something tells me I might need these things. Probably not the bronze medium helm. I don't know what that's doing there, but take those anyway, just in case. Doesn't hurt having more tools afterwards anyway. So what's down the other ladder? There's no door. Oh no, that's the lever. Okay. Yes. Classic bookcase secret door. And the lever to get back out again. That's where the oil can is. Okay. So, we know where the oil can is, we know where the rubber tubing is, there's just the pressure gauge left. We'll probably do this one here. A game of levers, right? Okay. Yes, I can see that the lever's up. That was bait. Pull that one down. Inside one seems to open up. Okay. What about lever B down? That door opens. Okay, let's go in here. Okay, the only other levers are the two in that corner room. I'm guessing I want to get into that corner room there somewhere. Let's pull some other levers and see what happens. Okay, that just closes everything. Think. That one opens that one. Does that get me anywhere though? That just gets me into that room. There's no levers in that room, correct? To be fair, I can't quite see from... Yeah, okay. What about having this one down as well? Nope, just keeps closing that one. Okay. Perhaps I'm going to come back and fiddle with these guys now. Maybe that one. That opened that one. But these ones are still... What? Okay. Do I then open this guy? Does that make a difference? Oh yeah, I saw that one move. Alright. This guy, and then this guy. And one of these should open that one, right? Nope. Huh. Okay. And neither of them directly opens it, it's a combination thing. But if I close that guy, I can't get out again. He's probably going to stay out while this one goes down. That way I can get out again. If I close that... Ooh, there are levers back in this one, so maybe that one needs to be down too? We can test that. Keep an eye on that one being down. And if either of these guys provides a way out and then into that one, we should be good. Nope. Hey, okay. I've got no way out though. Is that the way it's supposed to go? No, and as soon as I make any other changes, it shuts. Is that the same for these guys? Can I change these guys to get out again? Nope. Yes, there we go. I can get out and I can get in. All over it. Alright, that's the first one. Oil can done. I obviously need a key of some kind to get into the rubber tubing one. I don't think a key is going to be... Oop. I'm sure it's not. Never in these things. Yeah. Gonna be easier than that. Or should I say, you know, doesn't require you searching through every single bookshelf in the whole place. That looks a little unusual though. Nope. Okay, well he said it also doesn't go beyond the grounds, like the front gate of the grounds, so we should go outside as well and check that out. And we'll go out through the side door. Any more of the yellow trees? No? Okay. I don't trust any of them. Oh, that gallows is a bit macabre. Brave. And Bob. Hello, Bob. The Jagex cat. Cool. Here lies Guy. He told a lie, so we swung him from the gallows high. That's not great. I feel a bit uncomfortable exhuming him like this, but I don't know if it's necessary. Yeah. Okay. I've got a skull. This is something about the gallows. What happens if I use the skull on the gallows? Okay. Can I dig around here? Nope. Okay. There's probably some other use for this. Let's keep going. Goodbye, Bob. Cabbages, compost heap, and a belladonna patch. That's all just farming stuff. I don't think it's related to it. Is it? There's usually not a compost patch. There's or heap. There's usually a bin if there is one. Hey, okay. A slightly smelly key. I guess that's the tubing done then, because we'll run in and get the tubing done. Now it's just the pressure gauge. And there's the creepy fountain, which I remember. There's a pressure gauge in there. That's why I remember it. And a lot of piranhas. That's what the fish food and the poison is for. Poisoned fish food. In the fountain. Who puts piranhas in their fountain? And a lot of dead fish. Alright, we've got the pressure gauge, we've got the oil can, we've got the key to get to the rubber tubing. Let's do this. Ow! A tree every time. I'm gonna have to make it nice and quick because that skeleton's gonna hurt me a little. Activate our run. Get the tube, go! Ah, nailed it. Okay, tube gauge oil, we're done. Oh, and a chair. Okay. Professor Oddenstein. I've got everything. It worked. A cash reward. She looks so shifty. That's not bad. 4 quest points, 300 coins. We've got 27 quest points. We're pretty close to being let into the Champions Guild. And that means we're pretty much done for all the easy free ones. Start some members quests. Okay. This is exciting. Probably starting with Druidic Ritual, purely because I want to be able to engage in some level of herb lore. It's one of my favorite skills. So we'll go start with that one first. And that's at the Druid Circle just north of Taverley, and Taverley is through that members gate above Falador. This is Taverley. I think. Yes, that's Taverley. Let's go for a wander. And we'll make this a real one. Oh wait, can I get out that front door? No. Okay, I've got to go out the side door and then go around. Alright. We'll skip straight to Falador then, and then we'll begin the walk. I realize I should probably talk to Veronica and let her know that Ernest is okay. You are welcome. Talk to some green warty guy. Yep, cool. Good luck, Veronica. Bye. Alright. And now we begin our journey into Members Land. Still got that. That skull did not come in useful at all. Probably just... Yep. Okay. Is that the... That's the key that was in the... Yeah, look. I don't need that again. It can go there. take one more step. This will be the furthest I've ever been from Lumbridge. And we're through! It was a big milestone for any free player as soon as they became a member to go through that gate. It's important. Not sure I want to go into that manhole. Memory, that's a slightly creepy quest, that one. Righto, let's get our druid on. Cakameeks. I'm in search of a quest. I am familiar with it. It's full of dark mages that keep shooting things at me as I go past. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Where is Sandview? No, okay, just in the village south of here. Nice. Sandview. That is Silas. That is Druid. 2 of you in there. Druid 2. Druid 3. Extra Druid. 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 JTX. Druid. It makes sense, I guess, that they're going to be in the same... That's 2 unnamed druids. Druid. Druid. I suppose it makes sense that all the named ones are going to be in the same building. Sandview. Been sent to purify the Varic Stone Circle. Cauldron of Thunder, it's classic. Of course that's what it needs. Where is the cauldron? Somewhere in the mysterious underground halls which are located somewhere in the woods south of here. Too dangerous for you to do yourself. Considering all you druids are a lot higher level than me, I'm not sure I can do it either, but we'll see how we go. From memory, this is one that you can do, you know, basically at any point. Didn't tell me directly that I needed those meats, but thanks for that. Okay. Chicken, beef, easy done. Rats, there's a bunch of them. Bears could be interesting. We'll see how we do with the bears. Might be in a bit of a disadvantage with that. Might need to get a bit more food. But we can do the other ones. I think we can do the other ones. So where are we going to have to go? I think there are bears around here somewhere. We can get chickens here and cows here. And I'm sure there's a rat somewhere in here. So we'll do, like, all through this area. Let's go find a bear. I bet you there's one on the other side of the gate. And I don't mean Doric. Even though he's probably a bear. That's an impling. That's a guy called Cuffs. Like there are bears around here somewhere. Raccoon. That's Jeff. Anywhere else in the forest? What's a guard doing up here? Oh, that's a bear. Level 19, that's a bit intense. Oh well. I've got some food. I can always run away. It looks quite vicious. Maybe go for accurate for this one, rather than just training experience. We'll try and get it done before I die horribly. Which is a very real possibility. Oh no, okay, okay. How much does a trout heal? I'm gonna hold out for as long as I can. That's now. Okay, they heal 7. And we have maximum 15, so as soon as we hit 8, we should use a trout. Oh, we got this. I hope. To be honest, all it takes is a bit of unlucky hits and for us to have to use those last trout. Come on. Don't make me use all the trout. Last trout. Come on, please. Oh. No more trout. You gotta do it now. You got this, Elaine. You've got this, Elaine. Oh, maybe not. Prayer. Ahaha. Come on. Come on. Prayer works. Prayer is legitimately working at the moment. This is great. Hey, we did it! Bear meat, the bones and the fur. Nice. Okay, one down. Just rat, beef and chicken left, right? Rat, beef and chicken. And I'm going to duck by the bank and get some more trout. I'm not too unhappy with that result though, that was pretty good. Let's get another, I don't know, 5 trout. Oh, I've already got the chicken, so I can just take one of the raw chickens from that we've already got. That works. Alright. Is there an altar nearby? Not really. In fact, not at all. Oh well. Next time we come across one, we'll do it. Now, hopefully there is a rat on our way down to the beef. If not, I don't actually know where to get them on demand. Maybe there's one actually at the farmhouse. It makes sense. Hello, Wayne. Gotta keep an eye out for the... Oh. Tempted just to attack you right now. If I could. No, I'm not going to let my anger conquer me. Alright, can you get to the farm from the top? You can. That's where the cows are. Let's do that. Remember the last time I killed a cow and I didn't have to? Calves are so cute. I'm not going to do that. May as well pick up the lot. You don't want to slaughter the beast and then not use everything that it's given you. Okay, we have beef, we have chicken, we have bear, we just need rat. And I bet you there's a rat somewhere. There's a rat! How do you get to the chicken pen? That's how you get the chicken pen. I bet you they meant giant rats are going to be the ones that you get the meat from. Which I suppose makes sense. Yeah, okay. Where is there a giant rat nearby? I don't really have to go all the way back to Lumbridge to find one. I might have to. Alright. Home teleport it is. We know there are giant rats down here. Oi, you, Jimmy. There we go. Alright, that's the 4 meats, but now we've got to walk all the way back. That's Alright, we're back in Taverley, and I think the next step is to go dip these 4 meats in the Cauldron of Thunder south of Taverley. Which I guess must be that dungeon. Yes, Cauldron of Thunder. Wow, surrounded by a fair bunch of other stuff. Okay. Well, maybe we'll save our run for when we get down there. Ooh, cup of tea. We'll use that as fortitude. King worm. Okay, cool. Alright. How dangerous is this going to be? Right. Cool. I'm glad they're next door. And poison spiders are quite hell. That skeleton's a bit of a beefy boy. Yup, let's run. The suits of armor's not gonna animate, are they? Yep, yes they are. Cool. Alright, well actually that was not as bad as it could have been. We'll use a raw bear meat, turn it to blue bear meat, blue chicken, blue rat meat, and blue beef. And then, and then head out again. Ha! Just one hit. Easy done. Ooh, that is, wow. Okay. Cool. Actually, we may as well run. Who do I take them to? Alright, I'll take them to Sandview. You are welcome. Great. Kakameeks will teach us all the secrets. All of them. There's a fair few. I'm not sure what we're going to do next. Not sure if we'll do the mini quests or not. Aren't the Mogres a different thing? I feel like Mogres are a separate situation. Oh, actually, that's an altar. Oh, that's handy. Mm-hmm. Okay. What herbs are found on the ground? Oh, that's right. Guam leaf and Eye of Newt. It all comes back. Great. Hey, we're one quest point away from joining the Champions Guild. And our Herblore is now level 3. Make attack potions, clean Guam leaf, snakeweed, and rogue's purse. Nice. And we reach a total level of 100. Alright. What should we do next? Waterfall Quest. Okay, that works. Backstory in Falls. Where's that? That doesn't ring a bell. There we go. Oh, there's the backstory in Falls. Okay, that's the quest start. I guess we go there. That is a fair distance away. Oh well. Let's do it. Let's begin to make our journey over there. We may or may not get to the quest in this episode. This may end up just being the rest of it a bit of a journey across the lands to get there. And we'll start the next one with that quest. Now, how do you get over White Wolf Mountain? I feel like you can go over it through the tunnel, but I think you might have to go over the top. Let's try the tunnel first. What's the worst that can happen? I think you need to do something before you can use it. Yeah. Sorry, didn't realize it was private. Yep, okay. Why not? If you were my friend, I wouldn't mind it. Fair enough. Let's be friends. I feel like we're starting a quest right now. How am I meant to do that? Gold artifact. One of the things I actually... It's silly. It's one of the things I like about RuneScape is because it's made by a British company. The spellings are the same as basically what we have in Australia. Nice to see artifact with an E. This is definitely a quest. I remember it. You know what? Let's do this one anyway. And we'll get to Waterfall Quest another time. Wow. Ah, okay. I need 10 fishing for that. We have level 1 fishing. Never mind, let's keep going to Waterfall Quest. We've got money, we've got food, what could go wrong? Does mean we're going to have to go over the top of the mountain, and I think it's not called White Wolf Mountain for fun. I think it is full of white wolves. Ah! Yes, yes you can. We're going to bugger up this random event. I'll help you with your beehive. Okay. The example may have. Is it, right? It's definitely the legs, that's definitely the lid, the entrance is the one with a hole in the front of it, and the body's the rest of it. We've already built a lot of other ones. Beekeeper's hat. That'll keep the wolves away. They are a decent level. Ow. Go away. Ow, go away. How can you see me through my beekeeper's hat? I want to talk to someone just to see what it looks like in dialogue. We have a long twisty path. There's another one. Run! Oh, that's a bunch of them. Nope. Okay, maybe we'll just run for a little while. Oh, geez. They are tearing through me. It is perhaps worth getting our fishing up to level 10 so we can use that shortcut in the future. That's some familiar music. Yup, this is Catherby? Yeah, Catherby. Lots and lots of hours spent lobster and shark fishing here. Oh, of course, there's an inconspicuous bush. Yeah, wow. Cooking them on that particular range in here. And depositing them into the bank here. Oh, that's a vivid memory. I'll talk to a man, see what it looks like in dialogue. I'm in search of a quest. That's alright. Thanks for the assist. I think we'll put our helmet back on again, though. On second thoughts, probably wasn't a great idea to wear a flimsy beekeeper's hat while I was being attacked by wolves, but that's alright. Alright. Moving on. How are we supposed to get there? Are we like down under here, up and around, up to there? Oh, that's Camelot, isn't it? And remember that, largely because Camelot Teleport takes you right here. That, and there is a number of quests in there as well. This must be Seer's village. Yeah. Which rings a bell, because I think there is... usually there's maples all above the bank. Yep, those ones. There are yew trees here in the graveyard. Yep. And a flax field. Yep. Lots of flax. Lots of fletching training going on there. Lots of seers too. What name is that? That's right, there are these cages. I think a random event can throw you in there. It's a big forbidden wood from memory. That's the Ranging Guild. What do you need to get in there? Level 40 ranging. Fair enough. That's the fishing competition that if we ever get any good at fishing, we'll enter. I think if we kept going south, we're going to go west, but if we kept going south, we'd end up in R down? Yeah. But we're going to cut through here. Random trapdoor. Probably should have brought some more trout, but they didn't say that there was any particular requirements, so we should be okay. Oh, that's the fishing guild, isn't it? What do you need to get into the fishing guild? Fishing 68. That is a fair bit of fishing. That was actually a quicker journey than I thought it was going to be. Flower. What's that a field of? Just a picnic area? Bet you it's full of inconspicuous things. Oh yeah, straight north. That's something else. Overhanging rock. Alright, well we've got a bit of time and we're pretty close. We might be able to start this quest. Wow, that's a steep incline. You don't really notice it unless you go down in that angle. Hello, Almera. I'm here for your quest. There's a freaky whirlpool you have there. How can I help? Why do you not currently have your son with you? You just let your son paddle in a raft out the back in strong currents. Alright. Oh, that's a pier. This is a terrible idea. It's gonna go very badly. Yep, in fact, I can see where it's gone badly before. Yup. Yeah, thanks, mate. I kind of want the treasure. Is that all we get? Okay. How do we... Oh, swim the river. Current is too strong, washing us downstream. Who's Gerald? Hadley the tourist guide. It tells me Gerald's supposed to be like on the other side of the bank, but he's not. Oh no, there he is. Okay. Hadley, the tourist guide. Hadley the tourist guide? Tourist office. So that's what that building was on the way down. Hadley. What's up? Wow, you are portly. It is nice. The waterfall was nice. He is a tourist guide. Well, actually... Yeah, let's... Before we get, cynical, we'll ask him all the questions we can. Before we make him cynical. Yes, I want that book. Hill to the northeast, there's a monument to Galariel. It's a very pleasant story. Yeah. Finally, is there treasure under the waterfall? Okay, cheers. Thank you. Get that book. Nope. Book on backstory, and that'll be the one. The missing relics. Many artifacts of elven history were lost after the Fourth Age, following the departure of the elves from these lands. The greatest loss to our collections of elf history were the hidden treasures of Backstorian. So elves departed the lands in the Fourth Age. Some believe these treasures are still unclaimed, but it is more commonly believed that dwarf miners recovered them early in the Fifth Age. Another great loss was Glaria's Pebble, a key which allowed her family to visit her tomb. Pebble was taken by a gnome family over a century ago. It is hoped that descendants of that gnome may still have the pebble hidden in their cave under the tree gnome village. Okay. Pebble's definitely going to be important. The love between Backstorian and Glaria was said to have lasted over a century. They lived a peaceful life learning and teaching the laws of nature. When trouble hit their home in the west, Backstorian left on a great campaign. He returned to find his people slaughtered and his wife taken by the enemy. After years of searching for his love, he finally gave up and returned to the home he had made for Glariel under the Backstorian Falls. Once he entered, he never returned. Dear, only he and Glariel had the power to enter the waterfall. Since Backstorian entered, no one else has been able to get in. It's as if powers of nature still work to protect him. Glariel and Backstorian were masters of nature. Trees would grow, hills form, and rivers flood on their command. Backstorian in particular had perfected rune lore. It was said that he could use the stones to control water, earth, and air. A short piece written by Backstorian himself. What care I for this mortal coil, where treasures are yet so frail? For it is you that is my lifeblood, the wine to my holy grail, and if I see the judgment day, when gods fill the air with dust, I'll happily choke on your memory, as my kingdom turns to rust. Right, well this is all very cheery. Well, it would appear that the next step is to go get this pebble and check out the memorial on the hill. We can do the memorial right now. The pebble may be more work. Let's check out the memorial before we finish. Here lies Glariel, wife of Backstorian, true friend of nature in life and death. May she now rest, knowing only visitors with peaceful intent can enter. There's an indent the size of a pebble in the stone center. Okay, something tells me if we take no weapons, we have the pebble, we can enter the tomb, but we'll have to keep that for next time. So, until next time, guys, see you later.